The Trial of Donald Duck was a short that I was really looking forward to because I love Donald Duck and I'm a big courtroom drama fan, so I thought if you're combining two things I love, this is going to go down pretty well. To be honest though, I didn't think it was that great. The actual narrative itself was quite interesting, but by the time it reached a conclusion, I felt like the last few minutes were quite flat and not very satisfying. Now, I'm not going to explain why that is because I don't want to ruin the ending. I still think you should watch it if you're a fan of Donald Duck, but I just think it's not as good as it could have been. This was released in 1948, directed by Jack King, written by Dan MacManus, and we have Donald Duck voiced by Clarence Nash. Donald Duck decides to go into this restaurant and he ends up getting a massive bill for not a lot of stuff. Or at least he believes. And he obviously does not want to pay for this. He can't pay for this, he hasn't got the money for it. So Pierre, the restaurant owner, decides to take him to court. And if he wins his claim, Donald Duck will either have to pay $10, which is less than the amount of money that the bill came to, so I'm not entirely sure where the logic for that came from, or he would have to wash the dishes for 10 days. I won't say what happens, what the outcome is, what the punishment is or isn't, but it did just occur to me reading that out loud that paying $10 is less than the price of the bill. A little bit awkward. Aside from that, I thought it was relatively interesting. I liked the way it was animated. I think the way it referred to flashbacks when they were telling the story, it worked quite well. Everything kind of flowed nicely. I think for me, it was just not feeling satisfied with how it concluded for what I wanted personally. Not really feeling like it reached a conclusion that I was maybe hoping for. But it didn't really dampen my experience of the cartoon. It was still decent. I guess Donald Duck is a victim of his own success because there are some of his cartoons that are incredible, and there are some that, like this, just fall a little flat and don't quite hit its mark. But The Trial of Donald Duck is not terrible. I did enjoy it, it just could have been a little bit better.